In this video, we're going to show you the production process for our luxurious carbon wrap finishers. The process begins with the paperwork. Each wrap has a unique piece of paperwork which highlights the customer's requirements. On this, it has their name, order number, the expected delivery date, shower model and colour option, which is written and also has a swatch. Furthermore, it has the name of the in-house carbon technician and a place for them to sign it off, as well as a place for the checker to also sign it off. The paperwork is double checked and the packaging is removed. It is important to retain the integrity of the packaging for the repackaging process later. All items are removed with great care in order to achieve this. Next up is the removal of the framework. First, on the rear of the panel, it is marked with a pen. In one corner, an X is placed on the panel and framework. In the opposite corner, a circle. This is a visual aid for the carbon technician when replacing the framework to ensure it is back in the correct orientation. To actually remove the framework, the screws are removed from each corner using a Phillips screwdriver. Then, a wooden block is placed against the framework and gentle pressure is applied with a mallet. This eases the framework off the panel. This process is repeated until all 4 pieces of framework have been removed. The rubber seals are then removed from around the panel and the holes for the riser rail and glass shelf are cut out. The panel is now turned mirror side up and cleaned thoroughly with a dry tack cloth. Once cleaned, the roll of carbon is cut to length over the panel. Once the carbon wrap is laid out over the panel, the elevated roller is moved centrally and then lowered to secure it in position. The corner of the wrap is carefully peeled back and rotated so a rectangle is completely unpeeled. The backing is then folded under and the wrap is gently stuck down onto the panel. The roller is then elevated and moved to the top of the panel before being re-lowered. It is rolled over the applied area of the wrap to create a smooth and sleek finish. The wrap and backing is then pulled back over the roller, and as the roller glides down the panel, it applies the wrap to it. The roller is then slowly brought back to the top of the panel and the wrap is gently smoothed out to ensure a crisp and neat finish. Once the carbon has been applied, a Stanley knife is used to trim away all the excess wrap to create a neat and tidy finish. The seals are placed back onto the panel and now it is time for the framework to be replaced. The markings on the framework and panel are matched up to ensure the frame is reapplied in the correct orientation. The framework is reapplied by pushing it back onto the panel using gentle pressure. Once the framework is back in position, it is secured in place using the screws. Once the framework is reapplied, the panel is complete and ready for inspection. It is put to one side and the process is repeated for the other panel. Once both panels have been wrapped, they are laid out and inspected by a third party, not the carbon technician. This is done as an extra measure of quality control to ensure the best result for the customer. Once checked, the checker will sign the paperwork if all is correct. If they find any issues at all, these are reported to the carbon technician, who will proceed to remove the wrap and reapply for that perfect finish. When the inspection has been completed and signed off, the panels are carefully repackaged. All packaging is returned as it was found. This is why it was important to maintain the integrity of the packaging in the beginning. Once repackaged, the paperwork is stuck to the front with the customer's details on, a swatch of the chosen colour, and the signatures of the checker and carbon technician.